So students, we were discussing the chapter physical features, grade 9th geography, and today we have to discuss the major physiographic divisions, that is the Himalayas, northern plains we have, then the peninsular plateau we have, Indian desert, and then coastal plains and the islands. So these are the major physiographic divisions in our country. And first of all, we have to discuss today the Himalayan mountains. So the Himalayas, geologically they are young and structurally fold mountains. So the Himalayas, they are geologically young. Geologically means they are of the recent origin, 40 to 50 million years ago only they have been formed, and structurally they are fold mountains. So means the arrangement is of Himalayas in the form of folds. So due to the convergence movement, the folding happened, and due to the folding, the process of folding led to the formation of Himalayas. So they are located in the northern borders. So as you can see, this is the Himalayas. So they are located in the northern border of our country. So these are the Himalayas, and they run between Indus and Brahmaputra. So they run between Indus and Brahmaputra in the northeast. So this is their stretch from Indus to Brahmaputra, and this we will bifurcate Himalayas when we will do the bifurcation of Himalayas on the basis of river valley. So please remember here the stretch of Himalaya is from Indus to Brahmaputra. And then after that, Himalayas represent the loftiest and one of the most rugged mountain barriers of the world. So Himalayas represent the loftiest mountains. Loftiest means the giant, tallest mountains, and one of the most rugged mountain barriers of the world. So it covers 2400 kilometer of distance. So this distance which I told you from Indus to Brahmaputra, this is 2400 kilometer stretch. So this covers the distance of 2400 kilometer, and the width varies. So the width varies from 400 kilometer in Kashmir to 150 kilometer in Arunachal Pradesh. So this is the width of Himalayas. So it covers the distance of 2400 kilometer from Indus to Brahmaputra, and the width varies in Kashmir. The width is 400 kilometer, and here in Arunachal Pradesh it is 150 kilometer. Then if we see the altitudinal variation, they are greater in the eastern half than in the western half. Means the height of the Himalayas due to the collision, when the collision happened between the Indo-Australian and the Eurasian plate. So here the altitudinal variation is more in the eastern part than in the western part. Like we have seen, or the loftiest mountains, they are in the east only, like Kanchenjunga in Sikkim and the Mount Everest here in Nepal. So that's why the more elevation, the altitudinal extent is more here in the case of east part. And then Himalayas consist of the three parallel ranges. So we have to discuss that Himalaya consists of the three parallel ranges. First is Himadris, then is Himachal, and then Shivaliks. So outer one is Shivalik. So three parallel ranges are there in the case of Himalayas. Now we have to discuss Himadris. So the first Himalayan range we have to discuss is Himadris. So now I told you that we have to discuss the three parallel ranges of Himalaya. So first is your greater or inner Himalayas, that is Himadri, lesser or middle Himalayas, that is Himachal, and Shivalik, that is the outer Himalayas. Now the first we have to discuss is Himadri. Now the northernmost range, the inner range, is known as Himadri, and the most continuous range, this is Himadri, which consists of the loftiest peaks. So I have told you the loftiest peaks, Mount Everest, Kanchenjunga is there. So it lies in the Himadris only, and the average height is 6000 meter of the Himadris. And the folds of this Himadris, they are asymmetrical, means they are not equal. So the folds are not equal of this greater Himalayas. Core is made up of granite. So this Himalayas, the inside is made up of granite, and it is perennially snowbound, means throughout the year the snow is there on the Himadris. And number of glaciers it descend from this range. The number of glaciers it start from this range, like Siachen is there. So the Himadri range, it consists of all the prominent Himalayan peaks like Mount Everest is there, it is in Nepal. Then Kanchenjunga in India, it is in Sikkim. Then we have Makalu again in Nepal. Dholagiri, it is again in Nepal. Nanga Parbat is there, it is in India. Then Annapurna is there, Nanda Devi is there, Kamet, Namcha Barwa. So all these are the important prominent peaks of your Himalayan peaks which lies in the Himadri range. So the next range which we have to discuss, the second one after Himadri is Himachal. So lesser Himalayas or the middle Himalayas. So the range lying south of Himadri. So after Himadri, that is the inner Himalayas. The next one is the middle Himalayas, that is the Himachal. So this is range lying south of Himadri. So these ranges composed of highly compressed and altered rocks. So it composed of highly compressed, so they face compression while the formation from both the sides, that is the greater and the outer Himalaya. So this range, it composed of highly compressed and altered rocks. Then the average altitude, it varies from 3700 meter to 4500 meters. So this is the average altitude of this range, and the width is of 50 kilometer, and the width is of 50 kilometer. Then Pir Panjal, okay, so this is the longest and the important range of Himachal. Then we have Dhauladhar, we have Mahabharat. Okay, so these are the prominent ranges of the Himachal, that is the middle Himalayas. And the famous valleys of Kashmir, then Kullu and Kangra, these also lies in this range only. Now the third which we have to discuss is Shivaliks or the outer Himalayas. So earlier we have discussed Himadri and then we have discussed Himachal, and now the outer Himalayas, that is the Shivaliks. This we have to discuss the Shivaliks now. Now these ranges are composed of unconsolidated sediments which were brought down by the rivers from the main Himalayan ranges. So all the loosely arranged sediments which was brought down through the transportation by the Himalayan river. So it got submitted here. So thrust was given by the collision of plates only, but on that the sediments, it got deposited. So the average height of this range is from 900 to 1100 meters. So this is the average height, and the width extends to 10 to 50 kilometer is the width. Then the Shivaliks consist of the dunes. Now what is dunes? The longitudinal valley between the lesser Himalayas and the Shivaliks. So the longitudinal valley between the lesser Himalayas, that is Himachal, and the Shivaliks is your dunes. Like Dehradun is there, Kotli Dun is there, Patli Dun is there, and these valleys are covered with fine alluvium and gravel, that is this conker and all this small pebbles. So the next sub-Himalayan system which we have to study is your Purvanchals. Okay, so now we have to study the Purvanchals or the eastern Himalayas. Now the another important part of Himalayas running in the northeastern part of our country is known as Purvanchal Himalayas or the eastern Himalayas. So beyond Dihang, so here the Dihang in the Arunachal Pradesh, beyond Dihang, now the Himalayas, beyond Dihang George, the Himalayas, they bend sharply, they take a south turn, they take a bend and they move towards the south, and they spread along the eastern boundary of our country. So here from the Dihang region, they form the Dihang George is there, and from there the Himalayas take a bend there, a sharp turn there towards the south, and they spread towards the eastern boundary of our country. So these Himalayas, it composed of strong sandstones, mostly the sedimentary rocks, and it comprised of various hills. Patkai is there, Naga is there, Manipur and Mizo hills is there. So these all are hills, your Mizo hill, Patkai hills, and this all Patkai Bum, Mizo hill. So all these are here in the Purvanchal Himalayas. Now here we found the dense forest also, valleys also and rivers also in this range. Why dense forest? Because lot of rainfall this northeastern part receives from the Bay of Bengal branch of the southwest monsoon.